Welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Angel of Mine. So, Angel of Mine, it's about a family and a woman who loses her daughter, starts grieving over her daughter, and then starts to lose a grip on reality because she believes her daughter is still alive somehow, some way. So, you know, that's what grief will do to you. Don't know much more than that. Noomi Rapace, I think you say that. She's in this. She's been in a lot of things lately. Luke Evans. And IMDb has it at 6.6. So, I don't know. Check it out. Hour and 38 minutes long. I'll get into it, find out a little bit more about what the plot line is, share that with you, and then ultimately tell you what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Angel of Mine. Right? Angel of Mine. Yes. No check-ins. For kind of an interesting reason. So to be honest with you, I'm watching this movie, and Noomi Rapace, I don't think that's how you say her last name. Actually, I heard it differently, but you know who I mean, right? So she's our, lead character in this, and she had lost her daughter about 7 years ago while in the hospital, and since then has kind of been broken, of course. And it picks up 7 years and at that point, so 7 years later after the loss of her daughter, and it obviously put a strain on her marriage. And Luke Evans was her husband. They're going through a divorce, and and it's hard on her son too. Her son, they do have a son together, but he wants full custody, all that kind of stuff. So, and what I thought this movie was about was she starts to see her daughter. Not knowing that she died as a baby, but we now know that. That's not a spoiler alert, but just by reading the synopsis, that's what you think. But right away you realize that, okay, she was a baby. So I had thought when reading this that she sees like a ghost of her. Well, that's not the case. There's another little girl that's in their circle of some sort, goes, save school, whatever, that she looks at and she says that's her daughter. That was interesting to me. I didn't realize that. But so that happens. And then the whole movie, at least the first hour and 10 minutes of the hour and 38-minute movie, is her convincing herself that this little girl is her daughter. And, and then what great lengths she goes to be in her presence. So she puts her job at risk. She puts her relationship at risk. She's really trying to insert herself into this kid's life because she truly believes that she is her mother, and that's her daughter there. And so much that, the family wants to intervene. They have an intervention for her. People think she's crazy, and that's what you think. So you're watching this, the whole thing. And it's painful. That's why there was no check-ins. It was so painful. She does a fantastic job. But it's like you just feel so bad for her. But even so bad for everybody else because how she's impacting everybody and how crazy she's going. So I was like, this movie is not for me. The acting was phenomenal, but how uncomfortable I was watching it wasn't for me. Interesting movie, but you know how you get that way? It's like, ooh, cringy, as my daughter would say. Cringe. And that's how it was for me, and I was like, I'll make it through it, but I don't even know if I'm going to do a review. Well, it starts to heat up. Her, about the 1 hour and 10 minute mark, where like full on crazy, kind of. And that's when it really gets interesting. And then I made it through to the entire movie, and I tell you what, that last 28 minutes was worth the first hour and 10 minutes, where it was grueling and it was painful, and I didn't enjoy it. And then it moves forward, and you really, I enjoyed it a lot more. But you have to make it through the entire film. I can't say any more than that, But it's painful if you find these kinds of things painful. When she becomes a stalker and inserting herself, and it's just like I didn't want to watch it anymore. But then you watch the whole thing, and it's like, okay. Not as bad. I don't think the last 28 minutes saves the entire movie. So I'm talking 5 or 6 pack here on this one. But it does good enough to say, all right, I'm going to do a review of it. And I would encourage you to watch it if you're interested in this kind of thing, if you're thinking about it. Now that be fully, I was actually checking my phone, looking at fantasy football stuff, and, you know, during the first hour and 10 minutes. And it was that, yeah, you know. So be aware of that, and if you're okay with that, and if you're a fan of Noomi, insert her last name. I think you watch it. She's a really good actress, I think. I've seen her in a lot of different things, and she plays different characters. And this was the psychotic, crazy, broken down mother. And she does a great job with that. I've seen her be like superheroes and assassins and stuff like that. She does good there. So Luke Evans is in it, not that much. So that's the only other one I noticed. And the one girl was from 24, the TV show. But that's it. So that's all I got for you. Check it out. I'll leave a link down below. But if you're worth considering watching it, if it's somewhat piqued your interest, go for it and just wait it out. That's my advice. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I was helpful. If you do watch it, love to hear some comments from you about the movie. And like my channel and share it with all your friends. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.